Hi everybody, it's Terry Ryder from Hotspotting. I want to talk tonight about timing in terms of when you should get into particular markets. The smart people buy when markets are down, but in real estate investment, smart people are actually quite rare. Most people are herd animals and they buy when they hear there's a boom on. And that means that quite often people are buying at the top of the boom markets when the smart strategy is to buy before the boom starts, if you have the wisdom and the foresight to see the boom that's coming. So where will the smart money be buying in 2018? I would suggest that it will be in the city of Perth, currently a down market, one that's been falling for the last 4 years, and one where the real estate statistics aren't particularly enticing. High vacancies, price growth has been down, rentals have been down. Why would you want to buy there? And with the background of the Western Australian economy has actually been one of the weakest in Australia, according to the CommSec State of the States report. It ranks actually 8th and last amongst the 8 states and territories of Australia. So why would you buy there? Because a lot is changing. There's very, very strong evidence that there's a revival in the Western Australian economy. The resources sector is coming back quite strongly. And we're also starting to see increasing evidence that the Perth property market is reacting to that. So we're actually starting to see sales activity increasing again. There's all sorts of indicators of improvement, both in the Western Australian economy and in the Perth property market. There was a Masters Builders Association survey that was published this week showing that business confidence in that sector is the highest it's been since 2013. What we need to remember, quite often people forget history when a market's and an economy is in a downturn and forget that historically things have been a lot better in that particular location. Now, the Western Australian economy has often been a national leader on growth. Perth and Western Australia have often been the national leader on population growth, and Perth has at various times been the national leader on price growth in the residential property sector. In 2013, 2012 and early 2013, before Sydney started its boom and became a national recurring headline, Perth and Darwin were the two national leaders on property price growth, and that's probably forgotten by most people. Right now, they're the two bottom capital city markets because they've both been going backwards for 4 years. They're both markets that were heavily reliant on performance of the resources sector. So up until 2012, early 2013, those two cities, their property markets were the strongest in Australia. Then when the resources investment boom went pear-shaped, those markets fell, and they've been going backwards for 4 years. But traditionally, Perth's been a very strong property market, was showing really, really good growth. And the evidence is that it's now starting to come back. The market's bottomed out, and we're starting to see sales activity increasing, and I expect to see a return to price growth in 2018, and vacancies starting to come down and return to some growth in the rental market as well. There's increasing evidence of that coming out of Perth and various indicators of improvement in the economy. We're starting to see strong jobs growth in the resources sector in Western Australia and elsewhere. There was an article that I read just a couple of days ago coming out of Perth saying that talking about a jobs bonanza with thousands of construction and operational jobs forecast to be created in a swag of new mining projects, and analysed 15 mine projects that have been approved or likely to go ahead within the next few years, with something like 10,000 new construction and operational jobs that could be up for grabs as a result of those projects happening. Even allowing for the media hyperbole, it's indicative of improving times in that economy, and that all flows through to the Perth property market. So, as I say, the smart money buys when markets are down. Right now in Perth, prices are at low levels, having been falling for the last 4 years. There's not much competition in the market, so investors can go there and buy in a buyer's market and not have to compete with lots of other buyers for the same property, such as we're now seeing in markets that are really hot, like Canberra and Hobart and Melbourne. So next year, early next year, if you want to get into a market that where the buying is good, but prices are likely to rise and show good growth in coming years, Perth is one of the hot tips. That's all for now. Terry Ryder from Hotspotting. Talk to you again soon.